Wasteland Weaponistics, Episode 43, The Dragon. The Dragon's first and only appearance is with Fallout 76. The Dragon is a large 4-barreled 50 caliber muzzle-loading black powder rifle. Despite having a unique name like the Dragon, this is not a one-of-a-kind unique weapon. Now, you would think that it would be the unique version of the standard single-barrel muzzleloader also found in Fallout 76, but this is not the case. Multiple of these weapons can be found all around West Virginia. Despite the Dragon looking like some kind of ridiculous fantasy weapon that Bethesda made up, it really isn't. Multi-barrel muzzleloading firearms were not extremely common, but they were available in fairly high numbers, with double barrels and swivel breech rotating rifles being the most common. However, ones like this monstrous 9-barreled Polish gun exist, as well as we can go even further with historical designs like this British 14-barrel muzzle-loading rifle. Yes, 14 barrels. So the 4-barreled Dragon really isn't that absurd. Now, I believe Bethesda based the Dragon off of the Whitmore 4-barreled swivel breech rifle. The overall shape and design kind of look close enough that I think this could be the basis that the modeler used. However, the Dragon is not a swivel breech gun, like its real-life counterpart. It's technically a volley gun. It fires all 4 barrels at the same time, making it one of the most powerful rifles in Fallout history. You would think this would make the Dragon one of the best endgame weapons to deal with the biggest and strongest creatures in Fallout 76, like Deathclaws, supermutant behemoths, and Scorchbeast. But this isn't the case. As you see, Fallout 76 is so terribly balanced that large single-shot weapons, unlike in previous Fallout games, are near useless. In Fallout 76, a 10mm pistol is better at dealing with endgame enemies than large single-shot rifles. In Appalachia, the Dragon is fairly common and can be found being sold by multiple vendors like the traveling meat-loving super mutant, Graham. It can also be found being sold by the Free States vendor bot. Now, most of the times I would ignore random drop rewards in a lore video, as they don't really have much bearing on the overall lore, usually. But you can sometimes find the Dragon on the dead body of a Civil War reenactor. I thought that was fairly interesting. Dragons can also be found in several locations around the map, like the Garahan Mining Headquarters CEO's office. Also, inside of the Thunder Mountain Power Plant. You're probably wondering, why is a black powder rifle found inside of a power plant? Well, the power plant actually has some fairly interesting lore. You see, after the Great War, the end-of-the-world prepper faction, known as the Free States, took control of the power plant, keeping it running and was guarding it from raiders, who they were constantly under attack from. But eventually, the Brotherhood of Steel attacked the Free States, and gave them an ultimatum: leave the power plant, or die. So the Free States left the power plant, leaving most of their equipment behind. This included a Dragon. So the Free States was the only faction, or is the only faction, that I can find that ever has a reference to using the Dragon. And you're probably thinking, why would anyone use a black powder muzzleloader when the Fallout universe contains highly advanced plasma weaponry, or lasers, or Tesla-based weapons? Well, you see, muzzleloaders are still extremely common today. You can get all types, from ones modeled after historical designs, to even modern tactical muzzleloaders. There's even a muzzleloader conversion for the Desert Tech Bullpup sniper rifle. And also, muzzleloaders in the US are not actually considered firearms and don't require a background check. You can actually just get them mailed right to your house. So they're still a very popular type of firearm. I mean, most states even still have a specific muzzleloader hunting season. Also, ammunition is extremely easy to make. You just need to know how to make black powder and have lead. On top of the Dragon, we see that Bethesda has actually modeled the name of the firearm into the top of the barrels, as well as a serial number of 187666. I don't know what that number is supposed to be a reference to. If you know, tell me down in the comment section. Again, the number is 187666. They also modeled these two stars into the barrels and the receiver portion. I think these are supposed to represent maybe proof marks or inspector marks, but historically I can't find any US proof marks that are a simple star. However, both the French and the Soviets have used this style of simple star as a proof mark. Now, either this means that the weapons are imported from another country where they are proofed and then assembled in the US, like these muzzle loading kits that you can buy, or these stars are just for decoration and don't mean anything, which I'm gonna go with that. Now, I'm not sure why Bethesda chose to name this rifle the Dragon. One of my guesses is that it's taken from a real-life gun that's also called the Dragon. Now see, the real-life Dragon is a 50 caliber single-shot air gun that can also fire crossbow bolts, or modified crossbow bolts, really. I don't know if that's why they picked the name the Dragon, or they might have just called it the Dragon because 4 black powder shots going off at once would create a lot of smoke, and where there's smoke, there's fire. Fire, breathing dragons. That might be the case. Well, that's about it for the Dragon. Despite this being a very interesting weapon and very nice addition to the Fallout universe, there really isn't much lore I could find about the weapon. But Fallout 76 is a live service game, so there could be more lore on this weapon in the future. Alright, see everyone next time, or you can check out my other channel, Trooper Fofo, where I upload much more frequently. Alright, see everybody later. Bye.